Alright, budget magic time. Playing some blue-green emerge in modern. And this hand's alright. A little bit top-hand heavy, but we have Wood Elves on 3 into either Wretchgriff or Elder Deep Fiend, whichever we prefer. All we're really missing for this hand to be really good is a 1-drop. Alright, hand's getting worse now that Wood Elves is gone. Kinda wanted that. We do have a bunch more in our deck, though. Opponent takes Wood Elves. So let's just play the Forest, pass the turn. Remand's a reasonable pickup. Alright, see what our opponent has for 2. So this is likely Abzan, could be Jund, but probably Abzan. Noble Hierarch. Westville Abbey. Huh. Okay. I don't know what's happening. So play the island, pass the turn. Fairhaven Elf is good. That gives us another emerge target for our Elder Deep Fiends. Yeah, I don't know what our opponent's playing. Westville Abbey is not a card that you typically see in Jund or Abzan. We'll probably remand just about anything our opponent could play here. Yeah, we'll definitely remand Nissa. Oh, maybe this is like a Winding Constrictor deck? Ooh, Venser. Venser's sweet, but we need mana. Alright, there's Yavimaya Coast. Since our opponent missed a land drop, this feels really awkward, but we're going to just dismember Noble Hierarch. Play the Forest, pass the turn. This means we're not ramping, but it means we get to leave up Venser next turn, and then start emerging off Venser the following turn. If our opponent had made their land drop, we definitely wouldn't have done that. Oath of Nissa. So our opponent's going to go digging for a land. Gets a forest. There's the forest. And passes. We'll play Yavimaya Coast, pass the turn. Hopefully we just get to Venser Nissa, but we'll Venser something here. If we don't Venser Nissa, we'll just Venser a land. Alright, so Venser Nissa. So, return Nissa. See what we draw. If we draw a land, we can... Utopia Sprawl. So, Utopia Sprawl, our forest. On blue. Get in with Venser. And yeah, I think we're just going to stop on our opponent's upkeep and tap them down for the turn with Deep Fiend. Yeah, we'll tap Oath of Nissa as well. One of the sweetest upsides of this deck is so many of our creatures are good against Fatal Push, which is super popular right now. Opponents passing. Oh boy. Venser's good. Let's get in with Deep Fiend. Hit our opponent, and since we drew Venser, we're just going to pass and leave up Venser again. Oh, brutal. Oh, brutal. Opponent spent the entire game trying to resolve this Nissa. Oh, Venser's been awesome this game. Return the Nissa. Opponent passes. Has to discard to hand size. We draw a land, so let's hit our opponent. Down to 3. Play Fairhaven Elf. Get a land. And, yeah, let's just Wretchgriff the Fairhaven Elf. Draw a card. Pass the turn. Wretchgriff is key because it gives us a flying threat that's lethal. So just Nissa make a chump blocker isn't going to let our opponent survive here. Wish we got more information about what our opponent was doing. Yeah. I don't know what to sideboard in. That's the biggest problem we have. Like... Are they a Planeswalker deck? We saw Oath of Nissa. That suggests Planeswalkers. Could just be like the green ponder thing, though. If they're a Planeswalker deck, then we want negates? I don't know. Or they could just be like slamming Grimflayers and wrecking us that way, and Nissa's just like a value Planeswalker? Maybe we just changed nothing? Which might also be wrong, and just try to go over the top. The one Cyclonic Rift seems good, if our opponent's on the token plan. So let's bring in one Cyclonic Rift. Go down 1 something. Maybe we go down 1 Thragtusk. Try it like that. That was a pretty good performance for our deck. Alright. Utopia Sprawl on blue. Leave up Remand. Double Sanctum if we ever draw... there's Thoughtseize. If we ever draw a big finisher. I wonder what they take here. Thragtusk is our best card. Utopia Sprawl's our only blue mana. They take Remand, alright. Guess they were tired of getting all their spells bounced last game. Makes sense, to some extent. Opponent passes. Well, play forest, sprawl on blue. So now we just need to draw, well, some sort of wood elf would be nice. Also, a big colorless thing to start the chain. Drawing another land there wasn't super helpful. We're pretty much mana flooded at this point. There's a forest. Noble Hierarch. Yikes. Well, play Sanctum, pass the turn. Now things are getting sketchy. We're on the all-land plan. Depending on what our opponent has, though, Thragtusk could buy us some time. And we have lots of explosive draws in our deck. Vern Catacombs. And there's the Nissa. Does not use the Nissa. Oh, deck. Well, play Sanctum, pass the turn. Oh boy, this is bad. Yikes! We started land heavily, we've drawn lands every single turn. Opponent cracks. Overgrown Tomb. Tapped. Makes a plant. Apparently the Nissa had summoning sickness. Oh, intention. Okay. So this is a token deck. Huh. Well, at least we're learning what's happening. And we probably do want negates for game 3. Assuming we don't win this one, which we definitely could still win this one. All it takes is one Deep Fiend, and suddenly... Oh my god. I'll play Thragtusk. Oh boy. We're keeping our land streak alive. It has been every single turn of the game. There's a Thragtusk. Pass the turn. We're getting to the point where we're just going to be able to hardcast Elder Deep Fiends if we want to. Oh, this draw is so awkward. If we ever draw any big colorless thing, we suddenly have a handful of big colorless things thanks to the Sanctums. But we could just keep drawing random ramp spells and lands, and then we're not really making any headway. Good news is we blank our opponent's Thought Seizes, so gotcha. It's hard to imagine that we won't just cast whatever we draw for the rest of the game with all these lands. Alright, opponent makes a plant. Alright, blanking the Inquisitions with our horribleness. Oh, the upside of drawing lands every turn. Oh, Wretched Griff, Elder Deep Fiend. We can cast Frost Titan. Frost Titan would be pretty sweet. Tons of sweet things. Opponent passes. Arbor Elf was not on the list. Well, let's go attacking at Nissa. Opponent chumps. Gonna be hard to kill this Nissa without drawing flyers or Elder Deep Fiend. Yeah, we're just gonna Arbor Elf. Our opponent knows our hand, so there's not really any reason to bluff anything if we're gonna cast Arbor Elf here. So we might as well, like, yeah, it's not efficient use of mana, but our opponent knows we have nothing going on, so it's not really relevant. Oh, we have so much mana. Opponent finds a swamp. This Nissa Ultimate's going to be sketchy as well. Lingering Souls is pretty devastating. Cyclonic Rift at some point could be an insanely good draw. I almost wish we could have an extra Cyclonic Rift, but they're surprisingly expensive. Opponent gets in with the plant. Yep, we'll take it. Down to 22. What is this? Interesting. Alright, Wrath of God. Pretty okay with that. We have so much mana that we can cast any big thing we draw. Oh, do they have a push too? Alright, extracts our Thragtusk. Whatever. I mean, yeah, I guess that means we're not drawing either. What do we have? 2 more Thragtusks? We have a ton of good draws, though. Well, a ton of good draws and a ton of bad draws. Opponent's down to 1 card, but technically we're at 0 cards. Did our opponent even extract anything? I guess they took our 1 remaining Thragtusk. Oh, thank God! Alright, so attack Nissa. That's what we wanted to draw. Opponent chumps. Wretched Griff gives us a way to pressure this Nissa as well. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess we gotta play a land. And just hardcast Wretched Griff. Sack Sanctum, get a Wretched Griff. Sack Sanctum, get a Deep Fiend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we gotta wait on the last Sanctum. Because we want to make sure... Ooh, Wood Elves is good. That's very good. Alright, we finally drew something big. And now I think we're back to being favored. Because we should be able to beat through this Nissa with our flyers. Not sacking this last Sanctum means that we can potentially sack our Beast to emerge if we need to. Ooh, Venser is very Jeez, Fencer's very good. All right, our hand finally started working out. It took a minute, but we got there. So everything at Nissa. Opponent chumps. Play Wood Elves. Grab a forest. Play a forest, and... Oh, we already played a forest? Alright, yeah, I think we're just going to Deep Fiend here. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. Uh-oh. Secure the Waste X3. Yeah, let's just Fencer that. Make our opponent do it again. We would like to get through this Nissa. Would like to avoid another Wrath, but a Wrath isn't even devastating here. There's the plant. Opponent passes. I'll play the forest. Attack Nissa. And I think we just pass and start Deep Fiending. There's Secure the Waste. So stop on our opponent's upkeep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We don't even have to sack anything. We can just hardcast Deep Fiend. Tap out our opponent's lands. Sanctum, another Deep Fiend. Now we'll see. See if our opponent just cashes in their Nissa to get some counters before we kill it. Alright, they get another token with Colony Garden. Alright, they do cash in with the Nissa. That's fine. We got plenty of blockers. Opponent passes. And Dismember's kind of so-so. Attack our opponent, attack our opponent. Opponent blocks, opponent blocks. Opponent blocks. Opponent blocks. Opponent blocks. Yeah, I mean, not full value by any means, but we eat through a token. Play an Arbor Elf. Wretched Grift, Venser. Ooh, more Wretched Grifts. And pass the turn. Yeah, I think we just let this go. If our opponent wants to cast something, that's fine. What we really want to do is just tap down our opponent's blockers and win next turn. That's plan A. Another Intangible Virtue. And a Thoughtseize, which means we're just going to cast this now. Tap down the creatures. And this should do it, I think. We definitely have lethal on board. Our opponent's at 10. Takes Griff. We draw land, so we just swing with everything and hope that this is actually lethal. It should be. And we got the GGs. Sweet. Well, blue-green emerge. The deck does some pretty sweet things. Whoo! Yeah, we'll take it.
Thanks for watching the video. If you haven't already, take a minute and click that subscribe button. It's a great way to support the channel for free, and you'll find the next video in the playlist right here.